Welcome to Cultivate the Soul. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because here, we don't just tell stories, we touch souls. Have you ever felt like you're trapped in a storm that you can't control? You scroll all day but feel empty inside. You work non-stop, but exhaustion never leaves you. You try to please everyone, only to realize that you've abandoned yourself. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're just living too fast in a world that never slows down. And sometimes, what we really need isn't to push harder, but to slow down and truly live. In today's video, I'll take you on a journey with a renowned Korean Buddhist teacher, Haemin Sunim, whose gentle yet powerful wisdom has helped millions around the world reframe how they live, think, and love, through his life-changing book. The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down. This is not a cliché self-help video. This is a mirror held up to your soul. A space where you'll finally see yourself, clearly, vulnerably, and with the chance to begin again. Stay until the end, because maybe, just maybe, the next few minutes will be exactly what your soul has been longing for. In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly encouraged to keep moving. Work harder. Think faster. React stronger. As if slowing down is somehow a weakness. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why am I so tired, even when nothing seems wrong? And why does this exhaustion linger, no matter how much I rest or distract myself? The truth is, there are moments when your body isn't tired, but your mind is completely drained. It's that silent heaviness inside, that feeling of being hollow like an abandoned room, no light, no sound, no energy. In those moments, our instinct is often to push through. Just finish one more task, power through one more hour, or at the very least, pretend we're okay. But pretending is exhausting, and it drains us faster than anything else. Haemin Sunim, the author of this gentle but powerful book, reminds us with a soft truth. When everything feels overwhelming, don't try to keep pushing. That's when you need to rest the most. Rest isn't a sign of giving up. Rest is an act of self-protection. It's a quiet, compassionate choice you make for your mind, your heart, and your well-being. The world will not fall apart if you pause. Your inbox can wait. The deadlines can wait. But if you collapse, none of it will matter anyway. And rest isn't just physical. It's the sacred moment when you finally listen to yourself. When you pause, you start to hear a soft voice inside. A forgotten dream. An aching sadness you buried away. Or simply the faint cry of a soul longing to be seen. In these moments of stillness, free from the noise, the deadlines, the masks, you finally begin to see what's been missing all along, yourself. You don't need to earn your rest. You are allowed to pause, because you are human, not a machine. So when you're tired, don't keep running. Sit down. Lean gently into yourself. And whisper. It's okay. I just need to breathe. And when you finally let yourself breathe, you begin to see the world differently, through gentler, more compassionate eyes. In the next, we'll go even deeper and ask, how do we truly slow down in a world that keeps forcing us to speed up? Stay with me, the healing has only just begun. We live in a culture that romanticizes being busy. "How are you?" someone asks, and we instinctively answer, "Busy, just really busy." As if the more overwhelmed we are, the more important we become. But here's the silent truth we rarely say out loud. Busyness doesn't mean purpose. Movement doesn't mean meaning. We run through life like we're trying to catch something, but what is it, really? Success. Recognition. A sense that we matter. And in that race, we start sacrificing the very things that make life beautiful. A slow morning. A meaningful conversation. A walk without a destination. A deep breath that doesn't lead to the next task, but simply exists for itself. Haemin Sunim teaches us something radical in its simplicity. When you slow down, the world slows down with you. It's not about abandoning your goals. It's about not letting them consume your entire existence. Slowing down doesn't mean quitting. It means reclaiming your life from the grip of stress and expectation. But how do we do that? It starts with awareness. Every time you reach for your phone in silence, pause. Every time you instinctively multitask, pause. Every time your heart races not from danger, but from the pressure of a deadline, pause. And in that pause, ask yourself one simple question. Is this moment mine, or has it been stolen by the noise around me? You'll start to notice how many moments slip away, unnoticed. Not because they weren't important, but because we weren't present. Slowing down is not just about time. It's about attention. Where your attention goes, your life follows. And if you give your attention only to urgency, you lose the gentle, quiet magic of simply being. It can feel uncomfortable at first. Stillness may feel empty. But that's only because we've forgotten how to exist without performance. Give yourself permission to walk slower. To eat without your phone. To say no when your soul says no, even if your calendar says yes. Because when you do, something strange happens. The world doesn't fall apart. You start falling back together. And once you begin to live this way, with intention instead of reaction, a new kind of clarity appears. In the next, we'll explore how to take this stillness inward, and discover how your emotions, even the heavy ones, are not enemies, but messages worth listening to. Let's go deeper, into the heart of what it means to truly know yourself. Here is the English translation of Part 3 from your rewritten video script based on the things you can see only when you slow down. It maintains the emotional depth, analytical flow, and gentle transitions, ideal for a video that seeks to truly connect with the audience. We grow up in a world that teaches us to be strong. To stay in control. To get over our pain as quickly as possible. Over time, we begin to treat uncomfortable emotions as enemies, sadness, disappointment, anger, loneliness, all labeled as signs of weakness. But what if we stopped fighting them? What if we listened to our emotions like listening to a scared child, not to fix them, but simply to understand? Haemin Sunim once wrote, "Emotions are like waves, they come and go. It's only when we cling to them that we get swept away." So what if, instead of running, we stood still? Instead of trying to suppress our pain, what if we let it be there? Look at it. Name it. And gently ask, why are you here? What are you trying to tell me? Sadness is not weakness. It means something you care about has been hurt. Loneliness is not a flaw. It's a reminder that you're longing for deeper connection. Anger isn't evil. It's often your soul protecting its boundaries. These emotions aren't here to harm you. They're here to wake you up. They're the most honest friends you'll ever have, showing up exactly when you need to feel, not just function. Making peace with your emotions is not a quick fix. It's a practice. A daily act of courage. It's learning to sit with sadness as if it's an old friend, no judgment, no rush, just stillness and quiet compassion. And the moment you stop resisting your feelings, something unexpected happens. You stop being controlled by them. You simply become the witness. And in that space, you begin to feel truly free. But once we've made peace with what lives inside us, another question gently arises. How do we keep our hearts soft in a world that feels increasingly hard? Because gentleness is the most powerful strength a human being can hold. The world we live in is growing harsher by the day. Fierce competition, words sharper than knives, polished ideals paraded across social media. Everything demands us to be tough, to react fast, to always be strong. And somewhere along the way, we begin to put on armor. A layer of defense. A mask called "I'm fine." A practiced smile just to make it through another exhausting day. Gradually, we forget how to be gentle, especially with ourselves. But Haemin Sunim gently reminds us. Be kind to yourself, the way you would to a friend who is hurting. Gentleness is not weakness. It's the ability to keep your heart soft. Even when life insists on being hard. It's the choice to not respond to hurt with more hurt, but with understanding. It's standing in the middle of a storm, and still speaking with warmth. Still looking with compassion. Still reaching out with hands that have never stopped wanting to love. Gentleness is also how we return to ourselves. Instead of saying, "I'm so stupid. Why did I do that?" Say instead, "I tried my best. It's okay to feel tired today. Just a small shift." But if repeated enough, that voice becomes the very thing that heals the cracks we never even noticed were there. And then something quietly beautiful happens. When you live gently, not only with yourself, but with others, people begin to soften too. Because gentleness is contagious. Like a warm cup of tea, gently heating a cold room. But perhaps, what burdens many of us the most isn't just how fast we live, or how hard life gets. It's the quiet, aching question that lingers beneath everything. Who am I, really? Among all the roles we play, how do we return to our most honest, whole, and original self? Let's gently approach that question. As if opening a long-forgotten door, waiting quietly to be knocked. As we move through life, we begin to wear many layers. The obedient child. The loyal friend. The hardworking employee. The ideal partner. And in trying to live up to each role, we sometimes quietly set aside the truest parts of ourselves. The quiet desires, the unnamed emotions, the dreams folded up and hidden away in drawers no one opens. Then one day, we look in the mirror and recognize the face. But we're no longer sure who that person truly is. That silence is often the moment when our inner voice speaks the loudest. Haemin Sunim once wrote, "You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest with yourself." Finding yourself again isn't about becoming something greater. It's about returning to what was always there. It's having the courage to admit, "I'm not okay, but I'm trying." It's daring to walk away from what no longer fits, even if it means disappointing someone else. It's asking the question, what truly makes my heart come alive? Instead of, what will make others approve of me? Coming home to yourself isn't a destination, it's a daily practice of choosing. Choosing honesty over performance. Slowness over noise. Self-respect before seeking validation. And something beautiful happens when you start living this way. You no longer chase love. You become it. You no longer need to impress. Your presence speaks louder than words. You begin to carry your own quiet gravity. Not loud, not flashy, but undeniable. But beyond all of this, the slowing down, the listening, the gentleness, the truth. There's one thing we're all quietly chasing. Happiness. No matter how far we go or what we strive for. It all circles back to this simple longing. So what is happiness, really? Where does it come from? And why do we sometimes touch it, only to feel it slip away? Let's open that question together. With both stillness and a longing to live more deeply in every moment we're given. Happiness, perhaps the most spoken word in our lives. Yet also one of the most misunderstood. We often think, if I can just get there, I'll be happy. If I fall in love. If I get that job. If I make more money or finally become successful. Then, happiness will arrive, like a long-awaited reward for all our efforts. But Haemin Sunim offers a quiet, powerful reminder. If you aren't at peace in the present moment, then no matter what you achieve, you will continue to feel uneasy in the future. It turns out, happiness isn't something we find at the end of a long road. It is a daily skill, a conscious choice. It doesn't come from how much we have, but from how deeply we can notice the beauty that's already around us. Happiness is walking a little slower and seeing sunlight slip through the leaves. It's a warm cup of tea on a rainy afternoon. Or a surprise message from someone you thought had forgotten you. It's hearing an old song and feeling your heart soften. It's the quiet moment you tell yourself, I am enough, just as I am. We've been taught to believe that happiness has to be something grand. But really, it's a collection of small, gentle things. Waiting to be noticed by the eyes of someone awake. Those who live slowly, they see those things. They cherish the little details. As if each day were its own quiet miracle. You don't have to travel far to find beauty. You just have to pause. And open your heart. And yet, even after we learn to slow down, be gentle, be honest, and taste happiness, there will still be storms. There will still be days of sadness, wounds not yet healed, and a sudden emptiness that comes with no explanation. So what do we hold on to then? How do we keep the light alive inside us on the darkest days? Let's walk together into that space, where the light still burns, quietly, beneath it all. Life is not always sunshine. There will be mornings when you wake up with a heavy chest, as if the weight of the world is pressing down on your ribs. There will be moments when tears fall for no clear reason. No one hurt you, and yet something inside feels cracked, worn, fragile. We all know this feeling. When the world around us is loud and fast, but the world inside us feels silent and hollow. And what hurts most is not just the sadness, but the feeling of being alone inside that sadness. Haemin Sunim gently reminds us, when your mind becomes dark, remember, its true nature is not darkness. The light is simply being hidden for now. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are simply walking through a fog, a place every human being passes through at some point. In those moments, you don't need advice. You don't need someone telling you to cheer up or be strong. What you truly need is permission. Permission to feel. Permission to rest. Permission to not be okay. Let yourself soften. Let yourself curl up like a seed waiting for sunlight. You don't have to bloom every day. You just have to keep breathing, keep going, and trust that the light will return. Just as dawn always follows even the darkest night. And don't forget, you've made it through pain before. You're still here, still breathing, still trying. And that, in itself, is bravery. And now, even as we face storms and sorrow, there is one powerful shift that allows us to rise above the noise, the fear, and the chaos. It's not strength. It's not luck. It's mindfulness, the quiet art of being fully present with life, just as it is, without judgment or resistance. Have you ever been doing something, eating, showering, walking, but your mind was somewhere completely different? Your body is here in the present, but your thoughts are stuck in yesterday, or already worrying about tomorrow. You're replaying what someone said. You're anxious about work, the future, what others think. You're existing, but not truly living. And that, more than anything, is what drains us. Haemin Sunim doesn't teach us how to be perfect. He gently invites us to return to the present, the only place where life is truly happening. Mindfulness is not about controlling your thoughts. It's about not letting your thoughts control you. Mindfulness isn't complicated. It's eating and knowing you're eating. Walking and knowing you're walking. Breathing and knowing you're breathing. And suddenly, even the smallest moment becomes sacred. You feel your heart slow down. It's as if the chaos outside can no longer shake the peace you found within. Mindfulness doesn't make problems disappear, but it helps you face them without fear or panic. You begin to see your emotions clearly, not avoiding them, not judging them. And then, you realize, many painful feelings don't need to be fixed, they just need to be held gently until they pass. Mindfulness is the anchor that keeps you steady in life's storms. It's the quiet breath in the middle of a noisy day. It's the choice to come home to yourself, no matter what's happening around you. And once you've learned to be present, something else begins to happen. You begin to share your peace with others. You stop reacting so quickly. You stop judging so harshly. You begin to be kinder to others and to yourself. In the next part, we'll walk into one of the most important and often most difficult spaces in this healing journey. Forgiveness, and the quiet, powerful freedom that comes when you finally let go. There are things we can't forget. A word that pierced like a knife. An action that broke us. A memory that loops endlessly. A small wound that keeps aching in the heart. And we keep holding on to them. Clinging to them like if we let go, justice will disappear. We think anger makes us strong. That resentment is a shield against future pain. But the truth? We are the ones who are hurting. We are the ones losing sleep. We are the ones trapped in the past. While the people we resent may not even remember what happened. Haemin Sunim reminds us. Forgiveness doesn't mean you approve of what happened. Forgiveness simply means you refuse to let the past keep holding power over your present. Forgiveness isn't some grand gesture. It's a gift that you give to yourself. You don't have to say, "It's okay." You just need to whisper, "I'm tired. I don't want to hurt anymore." Forgiveness is not forgetting. It's remembering, without the pain. It's realizing that you deserve peace. And peace cannot exist where hatred is still alive. And sometimes, the person you need to forgive most is yourself. Because you've made mistakes. You've trusted the wrong people. You've hurt others, or hurt yourself. You've taken wrong turns. But, dear soul, you don't have to keep punishing yourself for who you used to be. You've grown. You've changed. You've learned. So sit with your heart, place a hand on your chest, and say, "I forgive you." Because you, too, deserve a second chance, a softer beginning, a gentler breath. And when you finally release what has weighed you down, something beautiful happens. Your heart becomes lighter. Life feels softer. And you begin to notice the quiet beauty in ordinary things. The kind of beauty resentment once blinded you from seeing. In the final part of our journey, we'll bring everything together with a soulful look at slowing down. Not as a way to escape life, but as a way to fully live, fully feel, and truly cherish every breath we're given. We've walked this journey together. Through exhaustion, through moments of stillness. Through the need to rest, to forgive. To love more gently. And most of all, to come home to ourselves. In a world that constantly demands us to be faster, stronger, better. Perhaps the bravest thing we can do is simply pause. Not to fall behind, but to finally catch up with our own soul. To notice how soft the rain feels on a quiet afternoon. To see sunlight slipping through the window like a small miracle. To sit with someone we love, and actually listen. To forgive. To feel gratitude. To live, not just survive. You don't need to achieve anything extraordinary to deserve happiness. All you need is to slow down and truly be here. Because only when we slow down can we truly see the beauty that's already around us and within us. Dear friend, if you've ever felt tired, not enough, or like you're falling behind, please know, you are not alone. You are moving to your own rhythm, and that rhythm is enough. Live gently. Love yourself fully. And trust that, no matter how loud the storm, peace is always waiting for you to return. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. Thank you for giving yourself this time to pause, to listen, and maybe even to begin healing. I truly believe there's a soft light inside each of us. And you deserve to step into that light, with love, without fear. If this journey touched something in your heart, please consider subscribing to the channel. And share this video with someone who might need a gentle hand to hold, just as you once did. Until we meet again in the next story. From the deepest part of my heart, thank you for being here.